It depended on the project and style of the director whether or not the
Check your gear and weapons. We'll be deploying shortly. Playtime's over. Stand by for deployment to the war zone.
Your boys are on marks.
Resurgence. Stay alive. Fire.
That's the talking about.
Enemy dropping into the AR.
What the fuck?
Enemy destroyed. Use your tag map to hunt down the rest of them. You have reinforcements inbound. Your squad mates back on station. Good work.
Good shit, bro. Yeah, get that finished before you get me. Fuck, he just raped all of that.
I was waiting for it to get up.
Your squad mate is redeployed. Well done.
Jesus.
Oh shit.
9 left. Keep the pressure on. 10 squads active in the field.
These niggas are weird, man. They had 2 of them there.
Your squad mates back on station. Good work.
Fuck.
A deserter left your squad. We'll redeploy you.
Where's that fucker? Oh yeah, I see him.
You're getting another shot. Weapons free. Hostile UAV in the area.
From inside. The fuck?
You have reinforcements inbound. Additional target added.
Where are you, Jack? Top level?
Napalm strike ready for delivery.
He's camping in the corner, con. What the fuck? Yeah, fuck him up, con.
Your squad mate is redeployed. Well done.
Psycho and Optimal. Napalm inbound. Note that from up here. Psycho 2-2 egressing mission area.
All bounty targets are KIA.
He's
Well
cracked, he's
done.
cracked the coup.
Yo.
Enemies dropping into the AR. Squad mates
two
back
or
on
three of them in
station.
there,
Good
right?
work.
What the fuck?
Enemy UAV overhead.
It might be bottom. There's somewhere around here. I can hear him. He's mid.
The enemy lost track of you. Good work down there. Enemy soldier incoming.
Sitting in a corner, bro.
This can't just. Peter, come to me.
Yeah, yeah.
He's up top. Got roof.
Ah, shit. Yeah. I'll just use myself. Oh, yeah. Cheers, bro. Lucky I got you in time, man. I'll throw it on roof, eh?
UAV est délivré for tasking.
Friendly loadout drops on the way. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Enemy UAV is
Fuck off,
online.
bro.
Enemy
They
UAV
landed on that
overhead.
lady.
Enemy deployed an advanced UAV. Your squad made it to the safe zone. You've got gas moving
Alpha
in.
prison.
Priority task request received. Get it done.
Yeah, I think it's server lag, so I'm lagging
Coming
too.
LCDR.
I'm at one fucking packet loss, bro.
Enemy UAV is online.
They're pushing. Fuck, man.
Will you be my bride?
Contract failed. Objective lost. Your squad mate is redeployed. Well done. Hostile in the area. Enemy UAV overhead.
Changing mags.
Oh, you're weird, bro. Can't let go of each other's hands.
We're returning you to the front. Earn this.
So loud, man. Okay.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Bro.
You have reinforcements inbound. Fire sale active. Buy station prices have been reduced.
Sure, take your time. If someone worries
Sucker.
Where the fuck did you get a gun
Only
from?
4 left. 5 squads still operational in the AO. Get ready. Resurgence window is about to close.
I get free self.
Back on station. Go get off.
I'll get off UAV.
Enemy soldier incoming.
You do know who I am.
He's in mid.
Your squad's in the safe zone. Gas is closing in. Hostile UAV in the area.
Oh, roof, I think.
Enemy UAV is online. Enemy advanced UAV is active. Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy UAV is online. Enemy Enemy advanced UAV overhead. Hostile UAV in the area.
Where the fuck did you come
Enemy
from,
UAV
bro?
overhead.
The
Fire
fuck?
sales done.
I can't
Prices are back
see
to
shit.
normal.
Yeah.
It's all on you. Stay alive
Purple,
so
stay
your
alive.
squad can redeploy. Enemies are
Another
dropping
one's
into the
landing.
area. Watch the skies.
Oh god.
1 of 5 remaining.
GG, bro.
The enemy took that one, but we'll get it back.
Storyline would be a key part of the project's identity. For this 16-bit entry, dubbed Castlevania 4, the control scheme and game design had taken center stage. Another focal point was the difficulty level. Like many games from the 8-bit generation, the original Castlevania games posed a real challenge. Masahiro Ueno made the choice to go for a less frustrating experience while still keeping it intact as a healthy challenge. This was done by giving the player a greater control over the character's actions. Being able to strike the whip diagonally was actually already considered for the original Castlevania, but wouldn't be fully implemented until this 16-bit installment. Mitsuru Yaida, a programmer on the team, was in charge of implementing the player's movements. He experimented with a routine that allowed for full control over the character's whip. Other ideas like being able to grab objects with your whip and sling them towards enemies were also considered. In this early conceptual stage, Nintendo was still working on Super NES dev kits, forcing the crew to do the initial prototyping on NES hardware. When the first dev kits were distributed among Nintendo's third parties, they were still somewhat buggy, leading to more headaches early on. The original Castlevania had been the main source of reference for the team, partly because Castlevania 3 was still under development. As Castlevania 4 moved from pre-production to production, it had been decided to base the story on the original game and retell the battle between Simon Belmont and Dracula. As development went along, the rough initial ideas were further tweaked and streamlined. For example, the concept for a river-themed level would still be implemented, but the rafting element was dropped. The scaling golem boss battle that would occur in this level was moved to a later part of the game. Various ideas for special effects segments were bundled inside the Trick Tower, where they would make more sense conceptually. One of the strengths of Konami developers was their sense of pacing when it came to level design. The Castlevania 4 team kept things fresh by splitting levels up in smaller chapters, as well as continually introducing hazards and enemies throughout the entire game. This helped to give each area its own distinct feel. Meanwhile, Castlevania 3 had hit the market, and a few of its elements would make its way to the Super NES project, including a statue of the character, Sypha. Konami had its own in-house developed paint tools, praised among its employees to be among the best in the industry. A group of 3 artists would be responsible for all in-game graphics led by Kazumichi Ishihara. They went for a moody, spooky atmosphere with a desaturated color palette. Their goal was to add more interactivity and liveliness to the environments compared to the 8-bit
Enemy
games.
dropping into the AR.
Music would add another layer of atmosphere.
Check weapons and gear. We're holding the deployment.
sphere as well. Konami's internal audio department consisted of a sizable team of talented composers and programmers. 3 musicians were assigned to the project. Thanks to the console's advanced audio chip, they could replicate a full orchestra, including flutes, brass, and strings. The art direction, soundtrack, and sound effects combined greatly contributed to the unique feel of this Castlevania. The graphics and sound capabilities of the Super NES were a huge step up, but for the programmers, the main CPU with its own quirks was harder to work with. It was a struggle for the Konami programmers to keep slowdown to a minimum in these early Super NES projects, as they had to learn all of the ins and outs of the hardware while also developing the game. Masahiro Ueno would be responsible for the core programming. He also came up with rough ideas for bosses. Dedicated enemy programmers would take his ideas and further implement detailed routines to realize the dynamic animations. The sales and marketing teams inside Konami would start to warm up retail. The company had international offices that would cater to their own local market. For Castlevania 4, they produced VHS tapes showcasing some of the new exciting features consumers could expect.
With Konami's Castlevania 4, you can count on spellbinding sales.
They would also provide stores with handy fact sheets outlining the strong features of each of the new releases. This helped to get retail up to speed and convince them to carry their games in their stores. Meanwhile, the development crew fought their own battle to finish the game in time and meet the high expectations. While in the middle of a 6-month crunch period, all aspects would still undergo major updates. The initial planned 4 megabits of cartridge space had been doubled to provide more room for audio samples and graphics. Despite their packed work schedule, they were able to sneak in a couple of secrets, like an old man who weeps after you kill his beloved dog. The concept of branching paths that was introduced in Castlevania 3 had also been considered, but was a bridge too far and had to be abandoned. The time had also come to start thinking about localization. As was expected, all of the religious symbols, nudity, and blood had to be removed. This was in line with Nintendo of America's regulations, but Konami's North American CEO wasn't a fan of violence in their games either. Box art was another point of discussion. While Konami in Japan had their own in-house art team, their US office mainly worked with freelance illustrators. The copywriter for the manual took some liberty with translating the enemy names. The severed horse head was named Mr. Head, a reference to Mr. Ed the Talking Horse from the 60s TV show.
What do you mean, silly?
A number of bosses were given peculiar names. For instance, the spectral dancers were called Paula Abgul and Fred Ascare, puns on 2 famed dancers. Castlevania 4 hit the market during Halloween of 1991 in Japan. The game would simply be titled Akumajo Dracula in this region, exactly the same as the original. In the West, the adjective super was added late in the process to clearly communicate to consumers that it was a Super Nintendo game. Super Castlevania 4 not only met expectations, but greatly surpassed them. The concept of a streamlined and accessible Castlevania lifted to the 16-bit standards worked spectacularly. This highly polished outing in the series set the bar high, not only for future Castlevania teams, but all developers of 16-bit games in general. For the game's designer Ueno and lead designer Ishihara, it would be a project to never forget. They had developed a blossoming romance on the work floor of Konami and got married during the game's production. Working for a big company like Konami came with its ups and downs. On one hand, you worked alongside top talent with the facilities to do the best job possible, backed up by marketing that would ensure your game would generally be played by millions. On the other hand, a company like Konami was highly profit-driven, especially the Nintendo teams, meaning some developers who failed to deliver commercial hits were transferred to other lower positions. It was IPs like Ninja Turtles that sold well and were given a higher priority within the company. A small number of employees quit Konami and started their own company named Treasure to develop games according to their own vision. Among them was one of the Castlevania 4 programmers, Mitsuru Yaida. At Konami, multiple divisions were encouraged to develop their own chapter in this already highly successful series. In the console market, Konami had been catering exclusively to Nintendo platforms in the 80s, By 1991, they started to work for competing platforms, starting with the NEC PC Engine console, which would get its own Castlevania. That same year, Sonic the Hedgehog boosted sales of Sega's consoles immensely. There was no denying that it would be a lucrative market for Konami. In 1992, they signed on to become an official third-party developer for Sega and started working on multiple titles. Nintendo's third-party contract restricted them from directly porting their Nintendo-exclusive releases to competing platforms. Their arcade titles didn't fall under these rules, and were therefore low-hanging fruit to release on the Mega Drive. By the end of the year, 2 of them hit the Mega Drive, Sunset Riders, and an adaptation of their Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game. But this was only the beginning. It was the intention to release a new game every 3 months for Sega's 16-bit machine. Among the lineup was Rocket Knight Adventures, a stellar platformer with some slight Gradius influences, introducing the character Sparkster. While this new title was in the middle of development in early '93, planning for an exclusive Castlevania game began. Programmer Toshiki Yamamura and his
Enemy soldier incoming. Stations, this is Shadow 01. Deployment to the war zone has been authorized. Resurgence. Survive and your team can redeploy. Hostile UAV in the area.
Got some loot here.
Enemy UAV is online.
Establish hardpoint station.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Eyes on enemy. Marking enemy.
Kill confirmed. Locating the rest of them. Reinforcements inbound.
Ooh, don't forget to duck.
You're back on station. Go get after it.
SDPR is ready for launch.
10 remain. You're almost done here. We've got 10 squads active in the field. Stand to you, soldier. Stay sharp. squad mate's back on station. Good work. Your squad mate is redeploying. Well done. Squad mate's back on station. Good work. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Marks remaining operating from that squad. Hunt them down. Enemy UAV is online.
I don't think they like you.
Go get your revenge.
LDBR awaiting targeting data.
Enemy movement. Fire solution was bad. Miss.
You're losing ground. Move it. Get ready. You're redeploying.
On your feet. Requesting recon above.
Money here. Enemy UAV overhead.
Requesting recon above.
Fire sale active. Buy station prices have been reduced. Hostile UAV in the area. You've got a loadout drop inbound. Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy advanced UAV overhead. Hostile UAV in the area. Enemy UAV is online. Enemy soldier incoming. Get ready. Resurgence window is about to close. Hostile UAV in the area. Reloading enemy. Enemy precision airstrike. Find cover. Get your squad to the safe zone. Leave no one behind. Good kill. Marking the rest of that squad on your tac map. Get hunting.
UAV standing by.
Enemy UAV overhead. You're in the top 5. Bring home the win. 5 squads still operational in the AR. Fire sales done. Prices are back to normal. Enemy UAV is online.
Stop shaking me around.
Hostile UAV in the area. Your squad mate is redeploying. Well done. Be advised, Resurgence is no longer active. This is for keeps. Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy advanced UAV is active.
I'm taking fire! Watch for movement.
You're in the top 3. 3 squads left in the war zone. Stay alert. Gas is inbound.
Designer Taesak Seki from the NES team wrapped up Batman Returns and started to conceptualize this new Castlevania. Like the director of Super Castlevania 4, the two weren't previously involved in the series, but had great appreciation for its legacy. They therefore wanted to keep true to the straightforward action platforming the series was known for, but meanwhile also added their personal twist. Unlike the Super NES project, this time the story was decided early on, and would help to shape the game and give it its own identity. lead programmer and director of the project, Yamamura, was inspired by a novel he read a couple years prior that featured a female vampire. This kick-started his idea for an antagonist based on the historical figure Elizabeth Bartley, who, according to legend, bathed in blood. Yamamura studied a variety of books related to Dracula, like the Bram Stoker novel, as well as literature on the history of Europe. He wrote an interesting backstory tying in Elizabeth Bartley's plans to resurrect Dracula with the events leading up to World War I. The game would not bear the Akumajo Dracula title in Japan, and thus gave them a dose of freedom when it came to the storyline. During initial planning, multiple playable characters were conceptualized. John Morris, son of Quincy Morris, who was featured in the Stoker novel, and heir of the Belmont vampire killer Whip. Secondly, Eric Lecard, wielder of the Alucard spear, who seeks revenge against Bartley for turning his love into a vampire. 2 additional characters were considered, but didn't pass the conceptual stage. The powerful Bolt Erickson wielding a deadly hammer, and the acrobatic Yoko Belnades, descendant of Sypha from Castlevania 3. Yoko would ultimately make her first appearance years later in Aria of Sorrow. As the concept
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. All stations, we are green to go. Stand by for deployment. Resurgence. Survive to redeploy fallen teammates. Kill to bring them back faster. Enemy soldier incoming. You have reinforcements there. You're in the top 10. Don't come down. We've got 10 squads active in the field. Time for vengeance. You're redeploying. Enemy UAV is online. Enemy dropping into the AO. Hostile UAV in the area. Squad mate back on station. Good work. Enemy deployed an advanced UAV. Your squad mate is redeploying. Well done. Target down. Marking the rest of them.
UAV available for tasking.
You do know who I am.
Adding on.
UAV is single fuel Returning to base.
All squad mates are in the safe zone. Gas is moving. Enemies are dropping into the area. Only
Changing lanes.
we lost that one. We'll get a W next time.
Hello. Why is it not working? What the fuck is going on with my one? Hello. What? Hello, what's going on with my microphone? Hello. I have to fucking... What? Hello? Why is it not showing on the fucking mic?
Enemy soldier incoming. Playtime's over. Stand by for deployment to the war zone. Resurgence. Stay alive. What is time? Indicating ill set. Stand by for redeployment. have reinforcements inbound. Enemy airstrike in the area. Your squad's down. Stay alive to bring them back.
Bro, how's this guy just kill me that quick, bro?
Your squad mate's back on station. Good work.
I literally shot him first and he kills me, bro. You don't know that shit.
Enemies dropping into the area.
Hostile shooter.
You're getting another chance. Weapons free.
Let's get back to you guys.
Got a weapon here. Disregard.
So fucking there's a guy behind with a shotgun. I think that was one of you said to do it. Okay, the guy right in front of you. Unless you ran back to tents. You ran back to tents? Oh, who's doing it?
Got gas moving in.
Challenge him.
We're returning you to the front.
Watch out,
Earn this.
run it. So good, get him. Raise me up.
We've got 10 squads active in the field. 10 remaining. Keep pushing.
Reload. Now go. Push him back.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
That guy's one. That guy's on the roof. Watch out. On the roof, sniping. Watch out. Oh, the guy on top.
Loadout drop heading your way. Enemy UAV overhead.
Right behind. One left here.
Enemy soldier
Another one
incoming.
back. On top. Oh no, down below. Stay up. Just stay up. Fuck, I'm gonna land on you.
Your squad mate is redeployed. Well done.
This guy's come up. Bro, who's ass man? You're sweet. Wait here, man. Wait here, you little fucking faggot. Right behind you, team. Open the chest.
They hit us hard that time. Dust yourself off, regroup, and get back out there.
The game took shape, composer Michi
We're headed to the war zone. Get geared up and stand by. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Enemy soldier incoming. All stations, green light. We're deploying to the war zone. Resurgence. Survive to redeploy fallen teammates. Kills and bring them back faster. Ending waypoint. Enemies dropping into the AO. Enemy destroyed. Use your tac map to hunt down the rest of them. You have reinforcements inbound. You've made it to the top 10. We've got 10 squads active in the field. Enemy UAV is online. Additional target added while time remains.
Don't think that.
Target down.
Don't
Marking
think
the rest of them.
Are you denied?
Head for my waypoint. Loading new map.
Inserting additional armor.
Back on station. Go get after it. You have reinforcements inbound. Returning you to the front. Earn this. Your squad mate is redeployed. Well done. Squad mates back on station. Good work. Your squad mate is redeploying. Well done. Enemy UAV overhead. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. on the way. Your squad mate left the AO. Will reduce your redeployment time.
Get the eyes in the sky.
Your squad mate's MIA. We're reducing redeployment time. You're getting another chance. Weapons free. Target's evaded. Bounty contract's been pulled. You're the last one standing, soldier. Survive until your squad can redeploy. We'll have reinforcements inbound. Enemies dropping into the AO. Four remaining. Stay sharp. 5 squads still operational in the AO. Stand by for redeployment.
ATPR, ready for launch.
Be advised, you still have squad mates outside the safe zone. Enemy UAV is online.
Behold, I am Crow.
Hostile UAV in the area.
Reloading.
Never mind. Scratch that. Never mind.
I am Crow.
Time for vengeance. You're redeployed. Enemy soldier incoming. Fire sale is active. Buy station prices are adjusted. Get ready, you're redeploying. Resurgence window is ending. Watch your six.
Identity confirmed.
Squad's in the safe zone. Moving ground, moving. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Down to you, soldier. Stay sharp. Hostile UAV in the area. Fire sale's over. Adjusting prices. Less than 5 were still standing. Next time we'll take that victory. Defeat is only a mindset.
Changing mags. Fucking infuriates me. Infuriates me. That's just fucking ridiculous.
Yamane was asked to join the project. She was honored but felt a huge burden, as the series was already known for its excellent music. Yamane had been active at the company for over 6 years and was well experienced in classical music. This project would be the start of her long-lasting involvement in the series. As a new twist, the battle of our vampire hunters would not be limited to Transylvania. Our hero's journey leads them across Europe, from the fictional Atlantis to real locations like the Palace of Versailles and the Tower of Pisa. These locations were well researched, resulting in a pretty faithful pixel art representation inside the game. The various areas of the Palace of Versailles in particular closely match their real counterparts. The amount of detail in design documents varied from company to company, and even team to team. Some segments were specified on paper in great detail to communicate an idea to the artists and programmers, including animation timing and memory specifications. While the framework of the new Castlevania started to take shape, Rocket Knight Adventures wrapped up, and a number of talent joined the team. The first announcements in magazines hit late spring in 1993, and a few months later, it would be demoed at the Tokyo Toy Show as Vampire Killer. In the West, the project started to be branded Castlevania Bloodlines. The crew had concentrated their efforts on the action-packed opening stage. It featured a number of interesting set pieces and set the high pace for the game. 2 months later, the first 2 levels of the game were already nearing their final look. Dracula's Ruins featured the classic Castlevania skeletons, zombies, and bats, while the Atlantis stage was filled with monsters based in Greek mythology, like Minotaur, Medusa, and Harpies. The latter would be transferred over to the Pisa level in a later stage of development to spread the introduction of enemies. To expand the number of enemies, Konami organized a special design contest together with the Japanese magazine Mega Drive Fan. Inside their June issue, they called for the talent and creativity to come up with interesting enemies and stage traps. Their mailboxes were flooded with responses. Over 800 entries were submitted over the following months, ranging from horror-themed monsters and traps to comical or bizarre creatures. Inside the September issue, the winning entries were announced. The Flying Beetle Roller from a 15-year-old designer won the grand prize in the enemy category. Runner-up was the Skeleton Monkey that would give players a real headache. In the Stage Trap category, one entry in particular stood out, the Silhouette Demon. This sub-boss was inspired by an optical effect in which one picture could be interpreted in 2 ways. In this case, a vase or 2 faces. The winner of Silver Award in the Trap category came up with ideas for rotating blades that the player had to carefully maneuver through. All 4 entries ended up in the final game, and its designers were awarded golden and silver cartridges. Michiru Yamane had been productive to compose the game's score. Konami had their own dedicated department that handled sound-related development. They therefore weren't reliant on the audio drivers and tools provided by Sega, but could cater them to their own needs. The Mega Drive and Super NES each had their own strengths and weaknesses when it came to audio. Replicating a full orchestra was harder to pull off with the 6 FM channels of the Mega Drive, for instance. Yamane's solution was to focus on one instrument, the organ, and let it drive the main melody. This way she could dedicate up to 3 audio channels to this instrument and give it body and its reverb sound.
Check weapons and gear. We're holding the deployment. Enemy soldier incoming.
you dope!
Prep time's over. Now you deploy to the war zone. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Resurgence. Survive and your team can redeploy. Eliminate targets, bring them back
Tack up. Get a UAV in the air.
Moving here. Anyone here? Move back.
Changing
Go get your revenge. Enemy movement. Marking enemy. Your squad mate's back on station. Good work. Taking effective fire. It's down to 10. Win this thing. We've got 10 squads active in the field. You have reinforcements inbound. Changing mag! Your squad made it to the safe zone. You've got gas moving. Precision airstrike standing by. One of 10 remaining. Not bad. Valiant effort. Keep your head up and return to base for debrief.
Everyone's a sweaty fucking cheating fucking ball bag cunt.
Of the remaining 3 channels, one was dedicated to sound effects, while the other 2 provided bass and percussion to add some punch to this stellar soundtrack. To visually compete with Super Castlevania 4, the developers needed to pull off some clever trickery. For starters, they programmed complex animation routines for a number of bosses. Pushing around large numbers of sprites was one of the console's strengths. Even more impressive was a breaking statue in the Leaning Tower of Pisa. The basis for these effects was altering the scroll position of a background layer mid-frame to break it up into segments. This could create interesting offset effects that simulated rotation. By October, when production should have wrapped up, the game was still under heavy development. During the past months, production had hit several setbacks. The team had joked that they were cursed by an evil tapestry which they had hung on the wall as inspiration. The decision was made to postpone its release by 3 months to give them the time they needed to polish the game. The first 3 stages were nearing completion, but ideas for the second half were still not set in stone. For instance, a stage called the Phantom Ship of Dover, featuring a spectral vessel, was scrapped. For the German Metal Factory stage, a couple of segments were removed as the game underwent large modifications. A smelter and German Zeppelin were already implemented in the game, but replaced by completely different substages. One of the biggest struggles for the team was memory space. The game already featured a number of big set pieces that required a lot of dedicated graphic tiles and thus memory. They could have been used to implement more levels, but instead the team went for impact. It was a time when action platformers were at their peak, and the 16-bit games were starting to push the limits. Innovation and graphical impact were required from developers in order to stand out from the crowd. During the final stretch, the gameplay was improved in several areas. For example, being able to jump from stairs sped up the action and reduced frustration. All blood included in the game's title had to be removed for the PAL version due to strict German regulations. This all meant some extra work for the dev team to finish up the 3 versions. The game was launched worldwide in March of 1994 and gave Sega fans the worthy Castlevania entry they had been waiting for. Development of the game.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Splendid! Defeat them all!
Making effective fire.
Too close to call!
Enemy soldier incoming.
Neutralized. Loading fresh map.
All stations, this is Shadow 01. Deployment to the war zone has been authorized.
Top key, please. Lightning bag.
Resurgence. Stay alive and keep the squad inside. Enemy dropping into the AO. Your squad is down. Stay alive to bring it back.
That's why he ran away. He got fluffed and cracked. Little pussy.
Your squad mate is redeploying. Well done. Squad mate back. Good work. got 10 squads active in the field. You're getting another chance. Weapons free.
Fuck me, bro. Keep the content.
Enemy UAV overhead. You have reinforcements inbound.
This can't take me around the fucking map.
Deserter left your squad. We'll redeploy you faster to make up for it. Your squad mate is redeployed. Well done. Go get your revenge.
UK more guys. One okay. Yep.
Your squad's in the safe zone. Gas is inbound.
That's you. Come on. Show me. That's one down.
You've got a loadout drop.
Boyfriend of the baby. He's hiding behind that wall there. Hiding behind this warrior bridge right here.
Stand by for resupply.
They're right there. I'm not one here and then they're right here. Oh, he was there.
Enemy UAV is online.
Yeah, he's still there. He's running
Care
up the
package
hill.
on standby.
Yeah, bye, shit. Hiding right there.
Friendly loadout drops on the way.
Behold, I am Crab.
There's two guys in there, That was happened to you. Captain?
Squad mate back on station.
Oh,
Good work.
What another team? NBA young boy.
Your squad mate is redeploying. Well done.
I might try this loading.
Yeah, two people on load, be careful.
Reloading.
Yeah, good work, dickhead. Just camp on the prison, you fuck with.
They're above you.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. You have reinforcements inbound.
Yeah.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Clearly, your intellect is inferior.
Surgery.
Some of your squad is outside the trade zone.
What? Bro, where the fuck are you camping, cunt?
Hostile UAV in the area. All on you. Stay alive so your squad can redeploy.
I love you.
Enemy UAV is online. 5 squads still operational in the AR. The enemy took that one, but we'll get it back.
Changing marks.